All right, let's talk about one of the smallest but honestly most powerful words in the entire Italian language. It's a word you hear absolutely everywhere, and it can leave you feeling completely lost. Of course, I'm talking about ecco. You know, if you spent any time at all listening to Italian speak, you've definitely heard this word. It just pops up all the time. When a waiter brings you something, when your friend spots someone in a crowd, or right before they launch into a big explanation. It seems so simple, but trying to pin down what it means? Wow, that's tricky. I'm guessing the answer is a big yes. It's that classic situation, right? You hear it, you recognize it, but when you try to figure out what it actually means in that moment, your brain just kind of goes blank. It's pretty much a rite of passage for everyone learning Italian. And this right here, this is the root of the problem. Our brains immediately try to find a direct one-to-one translation. We start asking, okay, does it mean here? No, wait, maybe it's there? Or is it like saying so? The issue is, it can feel like all of those things, but also none of them at the same time. It's so frustrating. So what's the secret? How do we crack this? Well, you have to totally change how you think about it. The real key to finally getting Ecco is about translating it. It's about understanding what it does its function. And this slide really lays it all out. The mistake we all make is getting stuck in that translation trap, trying to find that one perfect English word. But the breakthrough, the aha moment, happens when you realize Ecco isn't really about meaning something, it's about doing something. And what it does is grab the listener's attention. So this is the definition you need to remember. Ecco is basically a verbal spotlight. It's the speaker saying, hey, look here, or listen up, this is important. The absolute best way to think about it is like a little flag that pops up and says, pay attention, this is it. Okay, so that's the theory, but theory is one thing. Let's make this real. We need to see how this one single function, just drawing attention, actually plays out in the common, everyday situations you're going to run into. We're going to break it down into 3 classic scenarios. First, when somebody is handing you something. Second, when they're pointing out a person or a thing. And third, when they're just about to start explaining something. And you'll see how in all 3, Ecco is doing the exact same job. Okay, first up, picture yourself at a cafe in Italy.
Ecco il caffè.
The waiter comes over, puts you coffee on the table and says, Ecco il caffè. See, they're not just saying, here is the coffee, they're actively drawing your attention to its arrival. It's like they're saying, hey, pay attention. The thing you were waiting for is here. Next scenario, you are waiting for your friend Maria. You look around, and then suddenly the person with you says, Ecco Maria. They are literally drawing your attention to her. It's like they're pointing with words, saying, look, she's here. And for our third example, let's say you ask someone a really complicated question. They might pause for a second, gather their thoughts, and then start with, Ecco, il problema è questo. In this case, Ecco is like saying, right, or, okay, here's the thing. It's a signal to draw your attention to the explanation that's about to come. So are you starting to see the pattern here? It doesn't matter if it's a cup of coffee, your friend Maria, or a complex idea. The job of Ecco is always the same. It's that spotlight pulling your focus to whatever is new and important in that exact moment. Okay, you've got the foundation down solid. So for those of you feeling curious, let's level up for a second. You're going to hear Ecco smushed together with other tiny words all the time. Now, it can look a little intimidating at first, but I promise it's actually super logical once you see what's happening. But hey, quick note here. If you're just starting out on your Italian journey, please do not stress about mastering this next part. Seriously, the goal right now is just recognition. We're just planting a seed. So when you hear these, you'll think, oh, okay, that's just Ecco with a little something extra. So what are we looking at? It's really simple. These are just Ecco plus a pronoun attached to the end. So Eccolo is just Ecco plus lo, which means it or him. Eccola is Ecco plus la for it or her. And my favorite, Eccoci, is Ecco plus ci, which means us. So when you finally arrive somewhere with your friends, you can just say Eccoci, here we are. Okay, let's bring it all home and wrap this up. What are the absolute key things you need to remember to finally feel confident with Ecco out in the real world? Think of this as your personal cheat sheet. Number 1, and this is the most important, stop trying to translate it word for word. Just don't. Number 2, always remember it's one job to draw attention. Which leads to number 3, when you hear Ecco, it's your signal to listen up for what's about to be said. And finally, when you want to hand something to someone, point something out, or start an explanation, that's your chance to try using it. So from now on, I want you to completely reframe this word in your head. It's a helpful little signal from the speaker that's just saying, hey, you focus on this. So the next time you're watching an Italian film or listening to Italian music, your ears are going to be tuned in a whole new way. So the only question is, where are you going to notice it first?